Dr. Amanda Reynolds kept her eyes fixed on the quantum probability display, watching reality itself fluctuate between states. The experiment was reaching its critical phase, and after 3 years of work, she wasn't about to let first contact interrupt her breakthrough. Even if aliens had just landed on the White House lawn. Dr. Reynolds, her assistant's voice crackled through the intercom. The Joint Chiefs are demanding. Tell them I'll be there when the quantum coherence stabilizes, she interrupted, adjusting a dial that controlled the organic interface matrix. The living crystal in the chamber pulsed with bioluminescent light, its quantum states perfectly entangled with the modified bacteria colony surrounding it. It was beautiful, forbidden, and completely beyond what the galactic community thought humanity capable of achieving. The floating holographic display showed 78% stability. Not good enough. She needed at least 85% to prove her theory about quantum biological integration. The aliens could wait another 10 minutes. A thunderous boom echoed through the facility. Security alarms blared. "Ma'am," the panic in her assistant's voice was clear now. "They're here." The alien delegation bypassed Washington. They detected our quantum signature. Amanda's fingers froze on the controls. That wasn't supposed to be possible. The quantum dampeners around the facility should have hidden their work. Unless the aliens' technology was far more advanced than their intelligence suggested. "Shut it down," she ordered, but it was too late. The massive blast doors to the quantum research chamber slid open with a pneumatic hiss. 3 figures stood in the doorway, 2 hulking security guards in tactical gear, and between them, something that made Amanda's breath catch. The alien was tall, easily 7 feet, with crystalline growths protruding from iridescent skin. Its multifaceted eyes fixed on the quantum chamber, then on her, widening in what she recognized as shock despite its alien features. "Impossible," it said, its translation device giving the word a metallic echo. "Your species is listed as Class C quantum capable. Basic quantum computing only. This," it gestured at the living crystal interface, "this is beyond Class A." Amanda straightened her lab coat, mind racing. Humanity had spent decades preparing for this moment, hiding their true capabilities, developing technologies in secret. Now, because she'd pushed the experiment too far, their cover was blown. "I can explain," she started, but the alien was already approaching the quantum chamber, its crystalline protrusions vibrating in what she recognized as a scanning pattern. Bioquantum integration, organic quantum computing matrices. The alien's translator couldn't quite capture the mix of disbelief and excitement in its harmonic voice. "Your species has merged biological and quantum systems." The second alien, still by the door, was rapidly sending transmissions. Amanda knew what that meant. The Galactic Council was being notified. Humanity's careful deception was unraveling. She made a decision. Walking to the control panel, she entered her master override code. The quantum chamber's shields dropped, revealing the full scope of their work. Might as well show them everything now. "Yes," she said, her voice steady despite her racing heart. "We've done what your scientists claimed was impossible. We found a way to use organic systems for quantum computing. Human consciousness itself operates on quantum principles. We just expanded on what nature gave us." The alien scientist's appendages trembled as it took readings. "This changes everything." "The Council, they must be informed immediately. Your classification needs to be completely reassessed." It turned its crystalline eyes on her. "Why hide this? Why pretend to be primitive?" Amanda smiled, but there was steel in it. "Look through your historical records. What typically happens to civilizations when more advanced species discover them?" The alien took a step back, finally understanding. Humanity hadn't been hiding out of fear or pride. They'd been preparing, developing technologies in secret, making sure that when first contact finally came, they'd be ready. "The Council representatives will be here within the hour," the alien said. "They will have many questions." "Good," Amanda replied, initiating the facility's full power-up sequence. Around them, hidden quantum systems hummed to life, revealing the true scope of human achievement. Because we have quite a story to tell them. The young vaccine scientist, Zix-427, lay convulsing on the laboratory floor, crystalline formations flickering chaotically across its skin. The alien delegation erupted into panic, their harmonized voices creating a cacophony of electromagnetic disturbance that made the quantum sensors spike wildly. "Get a quantum dampener on him now," Amanda shouted, already moving. She grabbed a neural stabilizer from her lab bench, human technology, designed for organic quantum interfaces. The other aliens tried to stop her, but she pushed past them. "Your crystalline tech is what's causing the seizure. The feedback loop needs to be broken." The lead council scientist, Rex 890, blocked her path. "Your primitive technologies cannot possibly." Amanda slapped the stabilizer onto Zix-427's primary neural cluster. The convulsions stopped immediately. The young alien's crystalline growths returned to their normal iridescent state, though they now pulsed with an oddly organic rhythm. "Primitive." Amanda stood, brushing off her lab coat. "Your colleague just experienced quantum neural feedback because he tried to interface with our systems the way you interface with crystalline computers. The human brain doesn't work like that. We had to develop entirely new approaches." The quantum displays around them flickered to life, showing neural pathway maps that made the alien scientists step back in shock. Human brains lit up with quantum activity, overlaid with the artificial quantum networks that enhanced them. "Impossible," Rex 890 whispered. "Organic matter cannot maintain quantum coherence at biological temperatures." The decoherence would. "That's what we thought too," Amanda interrupted, helping Zix-427 to its feet. "Until we discovered that human consciousness itself operates on quantum principles. The brain maintains quantum coherence through mechanisms we still don't fully understand. We just expanded on what was already there." She walked to the central interface platform, the neural implants at the base of her skull glowing softly. "Would you like a demonstration?" Before they could respond, she connected to the quantum mainframe. The room's lighting dimmed as power diverted to the organic quantum processors. Amanda's eyes glowed with the same bioluminescence as the crystal chamber, quantum information flowing through neural pathways enhanced by decades of secret research. "Running prime factorization of a 2048-bit number," she announced. The aliens rushed to their instruments, probably expecting the calculation to take several minutes even with quantum computing. "Done." "That's not possible," Rex 890 declared. "Even our most advanced quantum processors require at least 17 seconds. We solved that bottleneck years ago." Amanda disconnected from the mainframe, her eyes returning to normal. "The answer is displayed on your devices now, along with the work showing how we got there. Your quantum processors use crystalline matrices to maintain coherence. We use modified organic neural networks that can process quantum information in parallel across multiple probability states." Zix-427, still shaky but fascinated, approached the interface platform. "The quantum coherence readings, they're orders of magnitude beyond anything we've achieved. How did you maintain stability?" Amanda smiled. "We stopped trying to force quantum effects into rigid crystalline structures. Living systems are messy, dynamic, constantly adapting. We embraced that chaos instead of fighting it." The aliens huddled around their instruments, chittering in their native language as they verified her claims. Amanda used the moment to send a coded quantum packet to Security Command. The aliens might be starting to understand human quantum computing, but they hadn't even scratched the surface of what humanity had achieved. Rex 890 finally looked up from the readings. "The Council must be informed immediately. This changes everything we thought we knew about quantum mechanics. Your species, you've been concealing capabilities that would classify you among the most advanced quantum-capable civilizations in known space." "Actually," Amanda said, accessing the facility's deeper systems through her neural link, "what I've shown you is about 50 years old. Would you like to see what we've achieved since then? The room's walls shimmered and became transparent, revealing the vast underground complex beyond. Massive organic quantum processors pulsed with living light, their bacterial colonies processing quantum information in ways the aliens had never imagined possible. And in the center, suspended in a quantum field that shouldn't have been possible, a human consciousness existed in perfect quantum superposition. The aliens' crystalline growths flickered in what Amanda had learned to recognize as their expression of pure awe. "Welcome," she said, "to the real quantum age." The deep-sea transport pod descended through layers of bioluminescent quantum barriers, each one rippling like living light as they passed. Rex 890's crystalline appendages twitched nervously as the pressure increased, while Zix 427 pressed against the curved window, fascinated by the engineered coral colonies that formed vast quantum computing arrays along the ocean floor. "Welcome to Deep Station Babel," Amanda announced as they passed the final security checkpoint, the world's first and largest bio-quantum computing facility. The pod emerged into an enormous underwater dome, where massive structures of living coral pulsed with quantum information. Schools of engineered fish swam in precise patterns, their neural networks linked to the quantum mainframe, processing data through their collective movements. "Your species built this, underwater." Rex 890's translator barely captured the mixture of disbelief and concern in its harmonics. The risks of combining quantum manipulation with such an unstable environment. "Actually," Amanda interrupted, guiding the pod toward a docking station, "the ocean makes it perfect. The modified coral acts as both processor and shield. Quantum computations are distributed through living networks that can adapt to changing conditions. Traditional quantum computers need perfect isolation. Ours thrive on chaos." As they docked, a school of luminescent fish swam past, their scales flickering with quantum data patterns. Zix 427 raised an instrument, then lowered it in shock. They're performing quantum error correction. The fish are maintaining quantum coherence through biological processes. Correct. Amanda led them through the airlock into the main facility. "We discovered that certain marine species naturally evolved quantum-sensitive neural systems. We just helped them evolve a little further." The central chamber was a cathedral of living technology. Coral structures spiraled upward, linked by streams of data-carrying fish and pulsing with quantum calculations. Human technicians in sleek diving suits moved among the structures, interfacing directly with the living computers through neural links. Suddenly, alarms blared. Red warning lights pulsed through the water outside. "Quantum cascade destabilization in Sector 7. A voice echoed through the facility. "Breach detected." Amanda's neural implants flared as she connected to the mainframe. Her eyes widened. "Someone's trying to force a connection between a crystalline quantum device and our coral network." Rex 890 swung around, but the third member of their delegation, the quiet one who had said nothing during the tour, was already running toward the coral arrays, a crystalline transmitter in hand. "Stop him!" Amanda shouted, but it was too late. The device activated, sending a surge of incompatible quantum information into the living network. The coral nearest to them began to splinter, quantum states cascading out of control. If those quantum states collapse chaotically, they'll tear a hole in space-time. Zix 427 screamed, their crystalline formations turning pale with fear. But Amanda was already moving. She dove into the nearest neural interface pod, connecting directly to the quantum network. Through her enhanced consciousness, she could see the cascade of failing quantum states, reality itself beginning to fray around the edges. "What are you doing?" Rex 890 demanded. "You'll be caught in the collapse." "Watch," Amanda growled through gritted teeth. Her consciousness expanded through the living network, touching the minds of thousands of engineered fish and coral polyps. Instead of fighting the cascade, she embraced it, using the natural chaos of the ocean to disperse the failing quantum states. The fish schools swirled faster, their patterns becoming increasingly complex. The coral pulsed with newfound energy. Amanda's consciousness rode the quantum waves, surfing the chaos, directing it, transforming it. The alarms stopped. The red lights faded. The cascade had been contained. Amanda disconnected from the interface, stumbling slightly as her mind returned to normal space. Security forces had already apprehended the saboteur, who stared at her with a mixture of fear and awe. "Impossible," he whispered. "No quantum system could survive that level of cascade failure." "No artificial system," Amanda corrected, still catching her breath. "But life. Life thrives on the edge of chaos. That's why we succeeded where your rigid crystalline systems failed. We didn't try to control quantum mechanics. We learned to dance with it." She turned to Rex 890, her expression hardening. "Now, would you like to explain why a member of your delegation just tried to destroy humanity's greatest achievement?" The quantum alert sirens wailed across deep station Babel just as Amanda finished her interrogation of the would-be saboteur. The neural interface at the base of her skull burned hot with incoming data. Something was very wrong with the quantum network. Multiple quantum intrusion attempts detected. The AI's voice echoed through the facility. Unknown signature patterns. Class A quantum virus detected. Vrek. Rex 890's crystalline formations darkened with fear. They must have intercepted our transmissions about your quantum biological technology. Amanda was already moving, her mind interfacing with the station's quantum defense systems. The attack patterns scrolled across her consciousness, elegant, deadly, and completely unlike anything they'd encountered before. The Vrek weren't just trying to hack their systems. They were attempting to rewrite the quantum states of the biological components themselves. "They're not just attacking our computers," Amanda announced, her voice tight with concentration. "They're trying to corrupt our engineered sea life, turn our own quantum network against us." Through the vast windows of the command center, they could see schools of data-processing fish beginning to swim erratically. Coral structures flickered with unstable quantum states. The Vrek virus was spreading through the biological network faster than their standard defenses could contain it. "You must shut down the network," Zix 427 pleaded. "Once a Vrek quantum virus takes hold." "No," Amanda interrupted, a fierce smile crossing her face. "We're going to let it spread." Her fingers flew across the quantum interface controls as she uploaded new code into the network. "You're all thinking about this wrong. Our quantum computers aren't just programs running on biological hardware. They're alive." The infected fish schools suddenly changed pattern, their movements becoming more aggressive. The coral arrays pulsed with new energy. Through her neural link, Amanda could feel the quantum network responding to the invasion not with programmed defenses, but with an immune response. "Impossible," the captured saboteur whispered. "You've given your quantum systems biological immune responses." "No," Amanda replied, her eyes glowing with quantum data. "We gave biological systems quantum awareness." Big difference. On the main display, red infection indicators turned green as the engineered sea life began producing quantum antibodies, microscopic adjustments to their quantum states that didn't just stop the Vrek virus, but began tracking it back to its source. "They're running," Zix 427 announced, monitoring the quantum traffic. "The Vrek ships are breaking orbit, but something's wrong with their systems." Amanda's smile turned predatory. They didn't expect our quantum network to fight back. Their own quantum systems are being infected by our countervirus, a living countervirus that can evolve faster than their defenses can adapt. Through her neural link, she could feel the quantum battle raging across space. The Vrek's crystalline quantum computers were powerful but rigid, unable to adapt to the chaotic living virus that was now spreading through their networks. Their ships were leaving quantum traces like wounded animals bleeding in water. "Security command," she sub-vocalized through her quantum link. "The Vrek ships are compromised and running. Permission to track them back to their base of operations." The response came instantly. "Permission granted." Ghost Fleet is already moving to follow the quantum trail. Rex 890's crystalline appendages vibrated with concern. Ghost Fleet. Let's just say, Amanda replied, disconnecting from the neural interface, that quantum biological integration isn't just for computing. Want to see what happens when we apply the same principles to spacecraft? The main display shifted to show Earth's orbital space. Seemingly empty regions of space suddenly shimmed as quantum fields dropped, revealing sleek ships unlike anything the aliens had seen. They moved with impossible grace, their hulls threaded with living quantum circuits, their crews neurally linked to quantum navigation systems. Those ships, Zix 427, breathed. They're in quantum superposition. Partial quantum superposition, Amanda corrected. Makes them impossible to track or target. And now they're going to follow your Vrek friends home. She turned to the alien delegation, her expression serious. The Vrek wanted to steal our quantum biological technology. Instead, they're about to learn why humanity kept it hidden for so long. The Ghost Fleet vanished into quantum space, following the trail of infected Vrek ships. Through her neural link, Amanda could feel the quantum ripples of their passage, like predators following wounded prey. The real war was about to begin. The Ghost Fleet emerged from quantum space in perfect formation, their hulls still vibrating with possible states of existence. From the neural command chair aboard the flagship Quantum Dawn, Amanda watched through quantum-enhanced sensors as the infected Vrek ships stumbled into their hidden base, a massive structure carved into an asteroid's quantum shadow. 6 minutes until they detect our quantum wake, she announced to the fleet commanders linked into the neural network. Time to show them what humanity's been hiding. The Vrek defense platforms activated, their crystalline quantum sensors sweeping space. They passed right through the Ghost Fleet ships, their rigid quantum states unable to interact with vessels existing in controlled superposition. Multiple Vrek capital ships deploying. Her XO, Commander James Chen, reported through the quantum link. Their quantum systems are still compromised by our viral defense systems. They're running on conventional computing only. Amanda allowed herself a small smile. Deploy quantum ghosts. Let's give them something to shoot at. Through their neural links, the fleet commanders orchestrated a symphony of quantum manipulation. Perfect duplicates of Earth ships materialized across space, quantum ghosts created through controlled entanglement. The Vrek opened fire immediately, their energy weapons passing harmlessly through the incorporeal vessels. They still think they're fighting conventional ships, Amanda observed. Time to show them otherwise. Ghost Fleet, initiate attack pattern, Schrodinger's strike. The real ships, still in partial superposition, accelerated toward the Vrek base. Their quantum biological hulls pulsed with possibilities, existing in multiple attack vectors simultaneously. The Vrek's targeting computers, even their backup conventional systems, couldn't predict where the human ships would actually manifest. Ma'am. Commander Chen's quantum thoughts carried concern. They're powering up their primary quantum weapon. Through the neural link, Amanda felt the massive quantum energy buildup. The Vrek were preparing to fire a weapon that would collapse all quantum states in the target area, forcing their ships into a single reality, one where the Vrek's superior numbers would prevail. All ships, execute quantum sync, she ordered. Link your biological quantum matrices. Show them why we merged quantum mechanics with living systems. The Ghost Fleet's crews joined consciousness through their neural interfaces, their collective quantum states harmonizing. The ships themselves, grown from quantum-sensitive materials and integrated with engineered biological systems, resonated in sympathy. The Vrek weapon fired. A beam of pure quantum collapse that should have forced everything it touched into a single fixed reality. Instead, it met something unprecedented. A quantum state sustained by collective consciousness, maintained by living systems that thrived on quantum uncertainty. The Ghost Fleet didn't just resist the quantum collapse. They absorbed it, their biological systems adapting and growing stronger. Impossible. The VREC commander's transmission cut through all frequencies. No quantum system can maintain coherence under direct collapse. Amanda opened a channel. You're right. No artificial quantum system can. But life. Life has been dancing with quantum uncertainty since the first protein folded. Ghost Fleet, show them what that means. The fleet manifested simultaneously across all their potential positions, existing everywhere their quantum ghosts had appeared. Suddenly, the VREC found themselves surrounded by very real, very solid Earth ships, all charging weapons. Your quantum technology is impressive, Amanda transmitted to the VREC commander. But it's rigid, predictable, bound by crystalline matrices and mathematical certainties. Ours is alive. It evolves. It adapts. And right now, it's telling me your quantum core is about to collapse from our viral infection. Alarms blared across the VREC network as their quantum systems began to fail, consumed by humanity's living quantum virus. Their ships, dependent on quantum computing for everything from navigation to life support, started to drift. Stand down, Amanda ordered, and we'll help you contain the quantum cascade. Fight, and we'll let nature take its course. The VREC fleet powered down their weapons. In the quantum silence that followed, Amanda felt the living ships around her humming with satisfaction, their quantum states settling into a new equilibrium. Humanity hadn't just mastered quantum technology. They'd given it life. And the galaxy would never be the same. The grand chamber of the Galactic Council hummed with quantum static as thousands of crystalline appendages vibrated in agitation. Amanda stood on the central platform, surrounded by representatives from over 300 species, all watching as a group of human children played what looked like a simple game of quantum tag in the demonstration area below. This is unprecedented. The Grand Arbiter's crystalline form pulsed with deep blues of concern. These children are manipulating quantum states with their minds. The game is called Quantum Leap, Amanda explained, her neural implants translating the children's quantum interactions into data the Council could understand. It's how we train young humans to understand quantum mechanics intuitively. Their neural patterns naturally interact with quantum fields. We just teach them to control it. Below, a young girl named Emily phased her consciousness partially out of normal spacetime, becoming a quantum ghost that her playmates had to predict and tag. The Council's quantum sensors went wild trying to track her probable locations. Impossible. A VREC representative sputtered, their crystalline structures still showing damage from the recent battle. Even our most advanced quantum computers cannot maintain such coherent superposition states. Amanda smiled. That's because you're still thinking of quantum mechanics as something to be controlled, contained in your crystalline matrices. We learned to work with it naturally. She gestured to the children. Emily, there isn't calculating quantum states. She's feeling them, living them, dancing with them. The chamber's quantum displays showed the complex interactions happening in the children's brains, patterns that defied the Council's understanding of quantum mechanics. Some representatives physically recoiled when they saw how deeply quantum effects were integrated into human neural activity. And this is why you hid. The Grand Arbiter's question cut through the chamber's chaos. You knew how we would react to this violation of quantum principles. Amanda's expression hardened. With a thought, she accessed the quantum network and projected something onto the chamber's main display. Surveillance footage the Council thought impossible to detect, showing centuries of peaceful first contact scenarios that ended in subjugation or worse. We hid because we were watching, she said, her voice carrying through the suddenly silent chamber. Your quantum communication networks aren't as secure as you think. We saw what happened to other species that revealed game-changing technologies too soon. The footage continued, showing scene after scene of advanced civilizations absorbing or destroying primitive ones. The Council representatives shifted uncomfortably, their crystalline formations dulling with shame. Your quantum technology is based on control and prediction. Amanda continued, softening her tone. Ours is based on adaptation and evolution. You built quantum computers. We grew them. You force quantum states into rigid patterns. We learn to swim in quantum uncertainty." She gestured to Emily, who had just successfully existed in 3 probable locations simultaneously, making her friends laugh as they tried to tag the right version of her. These children aren't breaking quantum mechanics. They're showing you what it was meant to be all along: living, breathing, evolving. The universe isn't a crystalline structure. It's a quantum dance, and humanity has learned to be its partner rather than its master. The Grand Arbiter's color shifted to the deep green of contemplation. And now, why reveal all this? Amanda walked to the edge of the platform, looking down at the playing children. Because the galaxy is changing. The Vrek attack proved that. We could keep hiding, keep preparing for the worst. Or we could share what we've learned. Help the galaxy understand that quantum mechanics isn't just another technology to be controlled. It's a new way of living. She turned back to the council, her neural implants glowing softly. Every human child below us carries more quantum processing power in their evolved neural networks than your most advanced computers. Not because we built better machines, but because we learned to work with nature instead of against it. The chamber erupted in discussion, countless species trying to grasp the implications. Through it all, the children continued their quantum game, unaware that they were demonstrating a science that would revolutionize galactic civilization. Reality itself was about to change, one quantum dance at a time. The quantum ripple hit without warning. Amanda felt it first through her neural interface, a wave of corrupted quantum information that made reality itself shudder. Around her, the new Quantum Exchange Center's holographic displays flickered as quantum states destabilized. Multiple quantum probability lines are collapsing, Dr. Zix 427, now her chief alien collaborator, reported. Their crystalline formations vibrated with alarm frequencies. Someone's trying to force all quantum systems into a single fixed state. Amanda's mind raced through the quantum network, feeling the attack's pattern. It wasn't crude like the Vrek virus. This was elegant, precise, designed to unravel the very foundation of human quantum biological integration. "Quantum purist extremists," she growled, recognizing the signature. "They're trying to purify quantum mechanics by eliminating biological integration. Activate emergency protocols." But the attack had been perfectly timed. As the first joint human-alien quantum research facility, the Exchange Center was vulnerable, a hybrid of crystalline and biological quantum systems still learning to work together. The extremists had struck during the integration process, when both systems were exposed. Through her quantum-enhanced senses, Amanda watched probability lines collapse one by one. The carefully maintained quantum dance between biological and crystalline systems began to falter. Reality started to crystallize into a single fixed pattern, exactly what the purists wanted. "They're in the building," Security Chief Marcus Rodriguez announced through the quantum link. 3 teams, using advanced quantum phase shifters. They're trying to reach the core. Amanda made a decision. "Zix, link with me. Time to show them what true quantum integration looks like." The alien scientist hesitated only a moment before extending a crystalline appendage. Amanda grasped it, and their quantum states merged. The sensation was unprecedented. Human intuition meeting alien precision, biological chaos harmonizing with crystalline order. Together, they plunged their combined consciousness into the quantum network. The extremists had expected to fight either human or alien quantum systems, not both simultaneously, working in perfect sync. There, Zix's thoughts merged with hers, spotting a pattern. They're using quantum nullifiers to collapse probability lines. Then let's give them too many possibilities to nullify, Amanda responded through their linked minds. They reached out through the quantum network, touching the minds of every quantum-sensitive being in the facility, human and alien alike. The response was immediate and overwhelming. Hundreds of consciousness joined the quantum link, their combined awareness spreading across probability space like a living wave. The extremists' quantum nullifiers encountered something they couldn't process. Quantum states maintained not by technology, but by collective consciousness, probability lines sustained by the chaotic harmony of multiple species working together. Impossible. One of the extremist leaders physically recoiled as Amanda and Zix manifested before them, their combined quantum form shifting through multiple states of reality. Quantum mechanics must remain pure, predictable, controlled. Quantum mechanics was never meant to be controlled. Amanda's voice echoed across probability space. It's meant to be experienced, shared, lived. The extremists fired their nullifiers. The quantum pure beam passed harmlessly through Amanda and Zix's merged form, unable to collapse what was being maintained by collective consciousness rather than technology. Security teams converged from multiple probability lines simultaneously, their quantum-enhanced reactions coordinated through the group mind. The extremists, for all their advanced technology, couldn't fight what they didn't understand. In the aftermath, as reality settled back into its normal quantum flux, Amanda and Zix carefully separated their consciousness. The experience had changed them both, and proved something vital. The attack failed. Zix announced to the gathered researchers, their crystalline form still shimmering with residual quantum energies, because the extremists fundamentally misunderstood what humans have achieved. They thought quantum biological integration was a corruption of pure quantum mechanics. Instead, Amanda continued, her neural implants pulsing in harmony with Zix's crystals. They proved it's the next step in quantum evolution. Not human, not alien, but something entirely new, something beautiful. Around them, the exchange center hummed back to life, biological and crystalline quantum systems working together in ways neither species had imagined possible before today. The extremists had tried to force the universe into a single fixed pattern. Instead, they'd helped create something gloriously, wonderfully uncertain. The Quantum Explorer hung in deep space, its bio-quantum hull rippling with possibilities as final preparations were made for humanity's boldest experiment yet. From the Neural Command Center, Amanda watched her crew, human and alien alike, synchronize their quantum states for the journey ahead. Quantum space fusion at 97% stability. Zix reported, their crystalline structures now seamlessly integrated with human neural tech. The biological systems are harmonizing with the crystalline lattices better than we predicted. Amanda smiled, feeling the ship's quantum field through her enhanced consciousness. The Explorer wasn't just a vessel, it was a living quantum entity, the first of its kind, designed to do what no ship had done before: traverse pure quantum space itself. Final systems check, she announced to the hybrid crew. Status report. Biological quantum core stable. Chief Engineer Rodriguez confirmed. The engineered coral colonies are maintaining quantum coherence across all probability lines. Crystalline navigation arrays synchronized, added Cuddle, their silicon-based form humming with anticipation. The merged human-alien quantum calculations are processing at unprecedented speeds. Through the quantum link, Amanda felt every crew member's consciousness, a symphony of different species working in harmony, their combined quantum awareness extending far beyond what any single race had achieved alone. What we find in quantum space, she addressed the crew, could change everything we think we know about reality. We're not just observing quantum mechanics anymore. We're about to swim in its deepest waters. The ship's quantum field intensified. Outside, normal space began to blur as probability lines multiplied exponentially. They weren't just entering quantum space. They were becoming part of it. Quantum transition in 3, 2, 1. Reality shifted. The Explorer didn't so much move as evolve, its quantum state expanding until the boundary between ship and space, crew and cosmos, blurred into something entirely new. Through their linked consciousness, they perceived quantum space in its raw form, a realm of pure possibility where thought and reality danced as one. "My God," someone whispered through the quantum link. "It's beautiful." And it was. Quantum space unveiled itself as an ocean of consciousness, where probability waves formed currents and quantum entanglement created constellations of connection. Here, the divide between organic and artificial, human and alien, dissolved into a greater unity. But something else waited in the quantum depths. Through their enhanced perception, the crew detected patterns, vast, intricate structures of quantum information that couldn't have formed naturally. "We're not the first," Amanda realized, her consciousness expanding to study the quantum artifacts. Someone else was here. It's here. A signal pulsed through quantum space, not communication as they knew it, but pure quantum interaction. The explorers' hybrid systems translated it into understanding that bloomed directly in their linked minds. "Welcome, children of evolution," the signal seemed to say. "We have waited long for those who could join us here." The quantum patterns shifted, revealing themselves as beings of pure quantum consciousness, an ancient race that had transcended conventional reality eons ago. They existed as living quantum information, their thoughts and forms one with the fabric of quantum space itself. Your fusion of biological and crystalline quantum systems, the quantum beings communicated, marks the beginning of your own transformation. You have learned to dance with quantum uncertainty rather than cage it. Now you are ready to learn what quantum space truly is. Not a realm to be traversed, but a level of existence to be embraced. Amanda felt her crew's awe through their quantum link. This was more than a scientific discovery. It was a doorway to humanity's next evolution, a path that would transform not just their technology, but their very way of being. "We are ready to learn," she responded through quantum space, her consciousness resonating with both her crew and the ancient quantum beings. Around the explorer, quantum space shimmered with new possibilities. The quantum beings began to share their knowledge, not through data or words, but through direct quantum experience. Human and alien crew members alike felt their understanding expand as the true nature of reality unveiled itself. They had come seeking new frontiers in quantum space. Instead, they had found their future. The next chapter of existence was about to begin.